Hey y'all, Mr. Buati here. So I just did kind of like a preview of my thoughts on, or not my thoughts really, just a preview of like what we know so far about 5.2. So this is going to be my prediction video. The live letters come. So today is Tuesday night in Illinois, America, and so the live letters coming out tomorrow morning, my time at about 5 a.m. Going to be a little maybe different where you're at because of time zone differences, but yeah, it's going to be 5 in the morning here. I'm pretty geeked. It's going to be in Japanese, but I'll probably be listening to the live letter and then maybe catching on someone else's channel. Yeah, got my work gloves on because to me, 5.2 has been looked upon by me as the upcoming crafting gathering patch. I got my work gloves on, got my garden rake. Hopefully, so this is my predictions for the 5.2 Part 2 live letter. Hopefully, we will. Not sponsored, but it saved my life. I was drinking a lot of pop, and now I'm just drinking seltzer water. Check it out. We got some good flavors. So, sorry about that. So this is my prediction. Sorry about that. I got a little parched. 5.2 live letter, part 2, my predictions. This is the stuff that we haven't heard about, so I'm sure we'll hear about it in a little bit more detail. There's a trial, Cinder Drift. That's what I wrote down here. I'm not too sure. The Qatari Peace Drive, which is going to be crafting gathering, maybe, is what I heard. I'm not sure like why they're doing it though. I mean, I guess maybe if it's I don't know, because I'm sure most people's already crafter gatherers are like kind of capped at 80, and if they aren't, well, you're probably in the same boat as me. But Resistance Weapons Quest. So this has got me intrigued. Is this gonna be the relic weapon? I'm kind of really hoping to see what they could do with this. Even though I liked Eureka, I just didn't really do it a lot because the person I played with didn't really care to do it, and it's after midnight here, probably. Anyways, that was totally unprofessional, but because I don't have a professional setup, I'm just going to keep that right in there and not edit it out. Because I don't know how to edit, and I have no editing software. So I'm really hoping that they do something where they can make a Realm Reborn great again. Because for me, when I first started off, when we was doing Fates, and there was like 15, 20, 30 people doing Fates, and you was just running around Fate grinding, like it was so awesome. Maybe there was that with some of the like first updates for the older relic weapons in the older expansions. Professional. But I really like that. I like the sense of community. Even if no one's talking, if they're doing something together, instead of just everybody lines up for a new fate or a new duty, and you knock it out in 30 minutes and you never talk to people again, because they're on different worlds, and I don't know, just to me, if you're doing like on Final Fantasy 11, I felt there was just a way more heightened sense of community. On 14, it's kind of like you just rush through it, and you don't make the same memory type things that you did on 11. Like on 11, like I can still remember people's names that I finished Chains of Promanthea 3.1 with. The first part, second part, and third part. Like you had statics where, it wasn't very pickup friendly, pickup group friendly on Final Fantasy 11. But it made for a better sense of community. And I'm getting off topic here, but yeah, so like I still remember the people I did stuff with on Final Fantasy 11, and God, there's nothing that, I mean, I know the people that I've done it with because I only do it with one person, so I know their name. The rest of the people I don't really know, which is sad. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really happy and excited. Hopefully we will get some information about the relic weapon. Can't wait to see what it is. I know there's been talks that it can be done multiple ways, so kind of excited about that. Ishgard restoration quests. I felt like they really dropped the ball on that. I wanted it to be kind of world versus world, or server versus server. So when they had other servers coming in and doing stuff on your server, I thought that was a bad move, because it didn't give you any sense of self pride or self completion, or anything like that. Just like come in, zerg it, and then they go back to where they came from. And again, with Final Fantasy 14, you'll never see those people again. You don't know who they were. But after they fixed the patch finally the first time around, I mean, he was like, wow, I remember seeing those people during Ishgard quests, so, yeah, that was pretty cool. That was kind of like, the sense of community that I'm talking about. So, kind of excited to see what we'll do with Ishgard. I'm going to throw this out here. Ishgard housing will not be available until Xbox joins our community. It's like the next big zone for housing, and I just don't see, no matter, the PlayStation PC players, we will build Ishgard for the Xbox users. So you can quote me on that. That's my prediction on that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I like how we're making a difference in the world, and you can actually see it. For anybody that crafts, there's been this one poor sucker stuck in the woodworkers guild, just hammering away on a bird statue. It looks like kind of since day one of beta testing, and I don't know, dude's either slow. I don't like that. I wish it was more of a living world, and I don't know how you can do that. Maybe that's something they'll do on Yoshi P's new project, where it's kind of a living world. I think that's something I would like to see. I know, even on Elder Scrolls Online, sorry, getting off here, NPCs have a route that they'll walk and they'll do things or whatever, but it's just, it just stays repetitive for forever. And I wish that they would have, I think maybe Black Desert Online does kind of something where they have a sense of purpose in the world or whatever, and the world might change, but I don't know. That's something I'd like to see in the new Final Fantasy. So, yeah, the Ishgard, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Crafting and gathering overhaul. So, there was a lot of people that lost their stuff on the last patch. I think it was 5.18. Jeez, sorry. I haven't even taken my medication yet, and that makes me drowsy, unprofessional. So the crafting gathering overall, there was a lot of people that lost their stuff on the 5.18 patch, which I thought I really enjoyed it. Most of my crafting levels was already mid 50, 60s, some of them, high 60s, and I'd never used not manipulation. The one where it only takes off like a half a turn each. I never used that. I forget what it's called. So yeah, I don't know. What can they do for the crafting gathering overhaul that they're talking about? I don't know. I don't know what they can do or what their claims are. I'm kind of excited because pretty much everything that they did, in my opinion, in 5.18 was awesome. So I can't wait to see what they do in 5.2. Ocean fishing. Huge with a Y. I can't wait to see what they do. Anyone that played Final Fantasy XI, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like basically on Final Fantasy XI, compared to 14, like on 14 when you take an airship, you just get like geez, I can't think of what I'm taking here. You have a black screen, zone. It's not cut screen. Yeah, cut screen. You just get like a black cut screen that says, oh, you know, you're going to your next zone. On Final Fantasy XI, that you had, like, I think there was like a boat that took like 20 minutes to get to another continent, and then the airships took like 5 minutes maybe, but like on the airships you could fish, you could fish or get attacked from mobs or something, but you could ocean fish there. So even though I'm not really too big into fishing, and like I haven't fished since Rainfallers, I'm really excited to take my first trip on the ocean liner and see what that's all about. Yeah, so really excited about the ocean fishing because I feel like it might. I feel like something that should have been in the game coming from Final Fantasy XI. Like, I know there's a lot of players that, and a lot of people that like, they're like, oh my god, I don't want to spend 10 minutes going from, from Gritty to Windsor Womenza or wherever, you know what I'm saying? But like, if there's something to do in that time, and you can make that cut screen into something you can actually do with like the ocean fishing, I think that'd be pretty awesome. Like, if you can do airship travel, not the Free Company one, but the, like an airship, if you actually take the airship besides just when you start the game, and you can get attacked and there's mobs that maybe jump on your airship while you're flying, and they drop special things or something. I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe throw in some of the Sky Pirate stuff. And the last thing that they say that they're going to work on is the New Game Plus update. Not a fan. You get no items, you get no XP. So hopefully they're going to fix those two things, because without that, I don't even know why they did New Game Plus. I don't know what they're thinking, but it's just something that I'm not a fan of at all. To me, it was completely wasted resources. So we'll see what they're going to do with that. And then another thing that I didn't see on the list that we know is coming, which is part of the crafting gathering thing, is the Sky Tools. So where we'll hopefully get crafting gathering relics, and I cannot wait. I just bumped out. I got goosebumps. I cannot wait to see what they do with the Sky Tools. It's just going to be anybody out there playing, taking shots. Every time I say the word I'm sorry. You're probably wasted by now. Switched it up there. The Sky Tool crafting gathering relics to me is going to be so awesome. I know they kind of had something like that when they first started. Like you had to do like so many crafts, and then you had to catch so many fish and do so many gathering attempts to get like the gold. To get the gold crafting gathering weapons, tools, and then they did nothing with it. That's another thing that I hope they can fix with this level of relics is that to get the relics is a very much a grind, and to get those previous crafting gathering tools that you was able to get that were kind of like that or whatever, it was very much a grind, and by the time you was able to get those things, the very next patch made them obsolete. So I hope that they can somehow take into consideration the amount of time that it takes to get the relics, and make it to where I just feel like even in Final Fantasy XI they kind of crapped on the people that went out and got their relics, or they got their I forget what they were called now. There's 3 of them. I'll think of it maybe later. I know. Yeah, I don't know. There's 3 of them. And like the amount of work, I know for the relic specifically, the amount of work that it took to get the relic weapons was just insane. And they did it, I mean, you got like a special weapon skill. Hopefully maybe that's something they will put into 14. I'm still trying to think of what they were called. If you're watching this sometime within the next 10 years, shoot down in the comments. It was on Final Fantasy XI, it was relics, and then Imperial, and then I can't think of the other one, man. I only got, because I made a samurai, so I only got the Great Katana. Imperial. Relic and something else, man. Anyway, so I hope that they can take into consideration like the amount that it's going to take for people to get these new items. I'm really excited that we're not going to be destroying our gear anymore. So I don't know if it's just that level cap, or if you have the choice to destroy items to get materia. That's kind of something I'm also looking forward to. And fingers crossed. Well, another thing that they did was they took out the to me almost ignorant thing that they're going to be taking out in 5.2 is needing a full party or a white party to do crafts in the free company workshop. If they had made it to where you needed to have 4 people from your free company, I wouldn't have had a complaint about that. But the fact that you could get 3 other strangers in there to do the crafting kind of was like, really? I mean, really? So, as a solo free company player, just bought my workshop about a week ago. I haven't done anything because I didn't feel like shouting to get 3 people. I figured, I'll just save it with some mats or something and get started. But it's always something I wanted to do, and now I'm able to do it. So, and most people that had free companies anyways, there was maybe 1 or 2 people that even messed with the actual crafting of the stuff for the most part. So I'm glad that they did that. But the thing that I've got my shoes tied for and crossed is that we hear something about player-run farms. Player-run farms. I'm going to be hoping so much that we hear something about those player-run farms that we've mysteriously not heard anything about. And the crazy thing is, spoiler, I went through 5.0, the whole expansion, Shadowbringers, and I'm seeing all these different zones, and I'm like, oh my god, like all these zones looks like farmish, to where like I'm like, man, I wonder if the player run farms is going to be in this zone. And it wasn't just like one or two zones, it was like almost every zone was like, oh my god, this is where it could be. And then I seen the Crystarium, and I'm like, oh man, it looks just like player run farms here. And I was like, there's so many places that had farm-ish looks to it that I'm just so excited about the player run farms. Coming from 11, they had something that like that towards the end with the Mog House update. It was pretty cool. Like you could go and hit like a palm tree once a day, or a tree once a day, like an ore spot once a day, bring in some fishing nets. It was pretty cool. It was another kind of retainer-ish type thing, but it's something that I really enjoy doing, and I really like a structured list. You know, show me something that I start at level 1 and I have to get to level 82, and I like it. I like the grind. And also give me something that's not structured. Give me, like they've talked about with the new relic weapons, give me multiple ways to achieve something. I don't care. Just if you set a goal, then I'm going to grind all I can for that goal. And so, yeah, just to recap, I'm really hoping that it's going to be the 18th for 1, because I am so excited for it. For 2, I hope they got the player run farms. Really hoping to see the new information on Sky Tools and the new relic system. So thanks for listening to me blabber on in my low-tech setup here. And I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe, and shoot me a comment and tell me how embarrassing it was. If you thought it was embarrassing, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Either way, I'll take the upside down thumbs up too. So, anyways, thanks for listening, Mr. Pilati. This was my 5.2 Live Letter 2 prediction video. Thank you very much.